We have reached the final episode of the first UX series. In this episode, we'll make a list of the steps that need to be covered when you start a new product or just want to rethink the UX strategy of the current digital product. Let's dive in. Building the proper user experience is a hard task if you take in consideration the core feature of it, that an experience is an interaction someone can have with the product. And the user can be practically anyone, starting from a technically challenged user to the most experienced one. All the designed interactions have to be intuitive to all user types. That is why the first thing that we need to do is research. Conduct a deep market and user research so you know the direction that you need to head in. With the data collected from the research, you will be able to build a few user personas that represent your target audience. I even recommend naming your user personas Bob or Lily to give it character and be able to treat them like a real user. A proper research and the kickoff team workshop is crucial for the concept, so make sure you organize one. Then you can start testing and surveying the users to understand their needs, pain points, so that your product can actually be the solution to their problems. Let's take an example of a great product whose creators probably didn't take the necessary time or didn't survey a big enough user group to spot their key issue. A wireless mouse that has a built-in battery and has the charging port on the bottom. This means that the main functionality of the product can't be used while charging. Quite interesting if you ask me. Research and test various solutions, making sure that the product is as simple to use as possible and actually solves the problems of the users. Organize team workshops so you can analyze and discuss the steps that you already covered and debate the steps that you plan on taking next. These types of workshops can bring value to the end product. The basic principle is to build a user-centric product, so the experience that the user gets when arriving or leaving your site is positive, giving your product an advantage compared to the outdated competition. After you tested and challenged the logic and strategy of the product concept, then you can start working on the intuitive visual parts with the UI design team. They will work hand in hand with the marketing and UX team to build the best possible interface for the product. It's very important for the product to be intuitive. Think back, when was the last time you read a user manual for an app that is on your phone? Probably never, and that should be your product goal as well. After the UI and UX team finishes the user flow and wireframes, then comes the visual design part, where all the design ideas that are only sketched in the wireframes come to life to fill the interface with colors, shapes, graphics, and images. This step requires at least one internal workshop, and I recommend having 1 or 2 feedback rounds with the core team so that every element gets approved. If you can't decide on one main layout, you can always use A/B testing to see which layout works better. The testing will be done by the product team and by a few hand-picked users from each target audience. I usually recommend between 7 and 12 users per user group. The steps are simple. Every second user gets a B version and the rest test the A version. After gathering the feedback, there should be another internal workshop where you discuss the feedbacks and observations provided by the test group, and after making the necessary changes, the end product will start to take shape. If you still have time, I would recommend doing another round of testing with the same users so you can track the improvements. If you cover these steps carefully, you should be able to develop a product with an above-average user experience. I hope this short series helped you get a better understanding of the fundamentals of user experience. Stay tuned so you don't miss out on future videos from the Cognitive Creators team.